That's ridiculous. See how far I'm into this? I just got a call today because I have my name on a list for bandsaws. They said one's ready for me to pick up. It's a cheap one too. Would have been like in my price range for buying one. But it doesn't have, it's only got like a 10-foot track on it, and it can only do a 22-inch log, which this has got a 20-foot track on it, and it can do it's got a bigger throat, has a bigger throat of log slices that you can cut, and it's got a bigger diameter of log I can cut. And it doesn't come with a trailer. A lot of little stuff that this one kind of will beat it, but, and not to mention this one's half the price, maybe even more than half the price, or less than half the price. But disappointing. I would have rather bought one, a professional one, than have to go through building it and testing it and finding what I did wrong. Like with buying one, you get another mill that's already been through years of experimenting, we'll call it, compared to me. Now I gotta do my own experimenting, see what works. What a shame, but it's alright. There's some advantages to what I'm doing here compared to buying one. Oh well, thanks guys. And today I'm gonna mount that frame onto these lifters, and I'm gonna start on the motor and the motor mount and this pulley system, drive system. So that's what I'm doing today. Thanks guys. I'm also thinking I'm gonna put the motor right on top on this side here, so it'll be right on top of the wheel, which will eliminate I won't need the drive belt or the tensioner pulley. And yeah, I think that'll be way better. And I do gotta get this so it's exactly even. There's still a little touch of play in it, which I do want a little bit of play in it. I don't want it to be totally tight where it can't move at all. But I do gotta get it perfectly centered so it will be as loose as possible. So I'm gonna have to space it with something in there. Might just get a bunch of screwdrivers or something. I'll see what I got that'll fit in there. Bunch of flathead screwdrivers. Yeah. Anyways, get this done here. So we got this is level. This is level. So this bar is now level with the track. Looks pretty good where it's gonna sit. And I throw some tacks on here and here, here and here. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I did want to actually tack this up too. I gotta make sure it is proper as it sits, but maybe I'll just throw that angle up here and make sure nothing pulls. A couple more measurements to do just to make sure, and then I'll do a test slide to make sure it all slides proper. It is pretty precision part, this part here. And I'm still I'm thinking I'm gonna have the motor sitting right over here. I could probably put the drive pulley like right here, so it's just very short, or whatever, it'll be back here because the next pulley will be back here. I'm gonna have another one of these setups back here. So I may even extend it, put all three on, so I'll have one bearing here, one bearing here, and one bearing back here, wherever the end of the motor mount is, then it will be really strong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that other bandsaw mill. It's such a big weight, I could almost buy it and resell it in the box and not even open it. I'd probably make a quick $500 on it or something, you know, just because of the weight, the time right now for these things. But anyways, I'm gonna get a tack on this after I do the clamp thing up here. Thanks. So I gave it a quick oiling just so it kind of slide on its rails. You can actually see where it's sliding. It is actually hitting them all, so not bad. Pretty smooth actually. Great, now I can start on the back side. Thanks. So there's the back piece that's gonna go on here. I'm almost thinking instead of centering it, I do it centered kind of. Wow, it's actually a little bit in. I think when I measured it, it was like was almost to be center, but it's not. It's even right now. And I got the flush at the top, so they're both the same ride height. And yeah. Not sure if I want to keep it like this. If I move it all the way this way, as far as it can go that way, I'll have a little bit of extra welding room, so I can weld 1-inch bars on there, and it will go, I can weld this way. Not that I need all this extra weld, but it would make it stronger. I guess where it's at right now, I can do that too. So, yeah. And then I might even put a bar coming out on top of this one. I might just use a 2-inch square tube. I think that'd be better anyways. One more 2-inch square tube coming off here with another bearing, and then the third one will be back here. But I'm pretty sure the pulley's gonna be as close to this as possible. So it's gonna be back here just the same as the other one. And then I'm gonna have to figure out something so the motor will come off here, and I won't be able to hit in there, but I will be able to probably hit down here in this corner. Then maybe I can put a gusset from there to there, and then build off this way here. And the motor will go here, and then it will spin clockwise. And I'll have my pull cord right here. So if I have my pull cord right here, I'll probably end up putting some kind of pulley system on it, so then it'll be right on my dashboard, the pull cord. Just pull it from here, turn it off, all that throttle will be there. No problems. I think I'm gonna go old school and get an old tractor lawnmower, turtle and rabbit. I like that. I don't know, we'll see. See how fancy I want to get. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tack this in there. Oh, I'm good with it. No need to waste a bunch of more time. Maybe I'll put a 2-inch square tube and I'll notch it out and put it up to here, and then I can put the next pulley right here as close as possible. So let's get a measurement. Get it so it's squared off this. Measurement of this piece that I need. I do need to make sure this part is gonna be 90 degrees with the other blade wheel. So straight. Anyways, thanks guys. Well, that's where I'm ending today. I got this ready to cut. Got this stuff all ready in here. It's the motor mount. Get a big plate that goes on top of there. So I got cut slices in it, and also make it so it'll be on threaded rod. Maybe even some rubber mounts and washers, and I'll be able to lift it up to adjust the tension on the blade. And yeah, these guys are looking pretty good. This guy looks pretty nice and straight already. That one's out because I don't have it all set up yet. But yeah, got some plates that get welded on. Got this to get welded on. Gotta weld that. Thing needs to be welded on. Comes in 2 pieces, so then you can put any size shaft in there. So that needs to be welded together. Yeah, I got the plate for here. On there. And another plate will go on here. And from wherever this piece goes, it'll go from this post here over to here. And then I'll put another post from there up here somewhere. Maybe even one down this way too. Make it nice and strong. Anyways, another day done. I made another trip and I got this. It's a used blade. My buddy gave it to me. It's 1 1/4 inches. I think the tooth count is like 1.2 teeth per inch. So it's like pretty much one tooth per inch. And I'm not sure the length. Hopefully it's longer than what I need. And then I also got some bearings from him. That's what he uses in his saws. It's a shouldered bearing. You can see that in there. So that will actually stop the blade from going backwards. And it will, yeah. And I got another one that goes in front of it. So you can actually have 2 bearings on one setting there. But what I want to do is just get a quick, see how it sits on there. I ordered tires last night for this, for actual that saw there. So they're meant to fit this wheels. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and actually I don't want the actual teeth sitting on this at all. I kind of want the teeth to be out a little bit. So this is 1 inch, so actually it's a little over 1 inch, about 1 1/8 or so. And the blade is 1 1/4 inches with the tooth as well, so we'll see. And I also noticed this one is a little bit lower. It's a little bit lower, maybe 1/4 inch lower than this side. So I probably will have to cut that off there. This one would be harder to move than this one because it's just got 4 tacks on it. So I just kind of cut those tacks out of there and maybe move it up 1/4 inch. What I'll probably do is level it again. I already know when the frame is level, this top bar is level. So next I'll do the blade wheels, and then I'll level those as well to everything else by moving this side up or down. I believe it's got to go up, so. And then I also got to make it square, so you can already see that this is kind of kicked in, which that means this is just tilted a little bit backwards a bit. So I also got to fix that tilt when I cut that off. I just kind of put it in place to get an idea of how it was going to go. That's why I didn't weld it solid yet. So nothing's welded solid yet, just so I know I can still change it if I need to. But what I want to do right now is try and see if that blade will fit on here. Looks good. The blade is much bigger than my bandsaw needs, which is great. Because if it was shorter, I can't add more. I can always take some off. I can't add more on. Especially when I only have one belt. Or blade, sorry. But this will give me a relatively easy starting position. And it'll get me a little bit of size that I need. So what I'll probably do is put a tape measure around there. Like a flexible one. And go from there. Kind of cut this. I'll try and see if I can find where the actual weld is. Looks like it's right there to me. So I'll probably, yeah, it is right there. You can see how this one is kind of off a bit on the weld. Now my buddy there, he says he pays so little for these blades, he doesn't even sharpen them, he just throws them out. So I may have a good connection for blades. And yeah, I was thinking around 150 inches. So I got 50 from center to center one way. So 50 plus 50, and then I'm cutting around 24 inches from center to halfway around. So, and times 2, so what's that? 148 inches. And a fairly standard size blade from Wood-Mizer is 144 inches, which is only 4 inches difference, which means that a 144 inch blade would probably fit on this with my 6 inches of adjustment there, or 3 inches times 2. So once I get a little more into this, I'll know exactly what I'll need for blades. Anyways, like this. So I'm going to try welding this guy up here. Put a backing plate in there so they're nice and straight with the back. Might put another clamp or a pair of vice grips on this one. And yeah, pretty good cut. It's not too much. One of the cuts was right on the weld too, so looks alright to me. Anyways, it's not going to be really used in wood. I just plan on spinning it around a few times and make sure using it kind of for tracking and setting up my wheels. And other than that, that's about it. Try and MIG weld it, so I would recommend TIG welding it, but all I have is MIG, so right now, so MIG it is. Not only that, but it's gonna be flux core. But whatever. Thanks. So there's the back side. Did get a little bit of a hole there, but I didn't want to go chasing it. Like I said, this blade probably won't see wood. And I don't think you should TIG weld or MIG weld this. It should be TIG welded with the proper rods. But this will probably end up breaking. You can already see the outline of the welds. Right here and here. Smooth. But they're just not strong enough. We'll see though. I should be able to spin it a few times by hand. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I guess we'll find out. And also, I didn't check which way the teeth are set. So if this works, I may shorten it an inch anyways. So, and if I spend the time shortening it, I'll probably get it welded with the proper machine. Yeah, well, it'll be good enough for now. It'll get me started with these drive wheels, and it's a good blade for the mock-up here. So looks pretty straight. If you match this angle with that, or that edge with this edge, and follow it to the top, looks like I got her pretty good. Anyways, here's how the top turned out. Smooth, but it'll be weak. It looks alright though. It'll make this spin, so that's all I need it for. And I ordered the tires too. The tires are coming. I couldn't really find them locally, so that's what I'm gonna be waiting for, I bet you. But hopefully I can get something worked out with what I got. Anyways, thanks guys.